Hey, how's it going, all you guys out there? Just wanted to do a quick little knife review on this Microtech. This particular Microtech is the Microtech QD Scarab with a double edge. I had this knife for about 3 weeks now, and from that time period, I can say that I really like this. This is fantastic. I have handled a few other automatics before. I don't have any with me, unfortunately, right now to show you, but this model right here blows them all away. As far as quality, just material used, durability, just everything. Any little detail you can think of, it's pretty much going to blow it away. Maybe not weight. This is probably a little heavier than the other ones, but this is their tactical model one. Well, they really all are, but this one's specifically designed for law enforcement, military, whatnots. Okay. Just overall quality. Just a few little facts about the knife itself. It is a double action OTF knife. Its full length open is 8.64 inches, including the little glass breaker. The blade is 3.4 inches in length. The handle is made out of 6061-T6 aluminum. It is anodized. They offer a few other features. They offer a black model one, which they call their black tactical model. They have the red one, and they have a desert tan Microtech. I believe the desert tan one also comes with an option of a tritium insert in the actuating button, just so you can see it at night. Although, if you want that little extra option, it's going to jack up the price quite a bit. That little piece of tritium isn't cheap, surprisingly. You can, if you want, get other blade options, like you can get plain edge, a tanto point, or a double edge. To me, the double edge just looked a little more appealing to me. I really don't plan on using this as an EDC, so that's why I chose the double edge, just mainly for looks. If you do want to use something like this for EDC, you might want to use a fixed blade. That'd just be a lot easier. And maybe put serrations on it. I don't know, just depends on what you want to do with it. But this one was made in 2009. It's got a serial number of 01112. So far, I like it. It's fantastic. As far as ergonomics go, this knife does have quite a bit of grip tape. You can see that pretty easily. That's all this black coating right here. Really gritty. Although I can't really find myself gripping it too much in this position unless you hold it like maybe the sides. That's really where you're gonna feel a lot of your traction. The actuating button itself is stainless steel. It's not plastic or polymer. It's stainless steel, and it is coated. The action, like all Microtechs, are quick, tough, and it's very aggressive and intimidating. I'm sure if anyone saw this, they would pretty much freak out. It is something cool you can show your buddies, or if, God forbid, you have to use this in a defensive situation, it can be scary. And it's great. I personally don't plan on using this as an EDC, just mainly because they're illegal in my state. So this is mainly more for just a little collection. But if you do, and you are allowed to carry one of these if you're a law enforcement or military guy, that pocket clip will ride deep in your pocket. Or if you just choose to carry it, I don't know, just know that it will conceal very well in your pocket. Pretty much just exposing maybe the glass breaker if you decide to keep it on. They do have some where you don't have to have the glass breaker, and they still have a little cap to keep that tail clip in place. I do believe it's reversible. You just have to get a little tool, unscrew this, flip it, re-screw it back on, torque it, and you're good to go if you're a lefty. Can fire with your left hand just as easily as your right. It does have really good jimping on the actuating mechanism. It's fantastic. I'm sure my crappy webcam cannot pick this up, but I can assure you that it is there. As well as it does have these little traction grooves down here, and as long as right here. So if you like try to wiggle it side to side, these little guys right here kind of prevent that. The blade itself is S30V. S30V steel is a type of steel that was specifically designed for knives themselves. Some say that it may lose its razor sharp edge a little faster than some other steels, but it will retain its working edge longer than most steels. So just a little fact for you. Also, I believe Nut and Fancy has a booth review from the SHOT Show 2010 with Ed Shimp, who is a knife maker for Spyderco. Ed Shimp talks about some of the properties of S30V along with VG10 and H1 and a few other steels. So if you want to talk or hear from an all-out steel expert, you can go check that out on his page. The Scarab has a very stiff spring. I am not sure. I have not taken this apart, and I don't really plan to yet. But I'm not sure if it has two springs or if it has one thicker spring. But the action is definitely a lot stiffer than all their other models. I have held and fired them, and speaking from experience, this one did take quite a bit of getting used to. For whenever I first got it, I mean, I had to like really try and push that button with both thumbs, and I squirmed and I cringed, and just to try with all my might just to get that out there. But now with a couple days practice and my thumb getting sore, I finally broken in the spring, and it's easier for me to just deploy it quick. It's very quick, hence the name QD Scarab. It stands for quick deployment, as I'm sure you all know. As far if you want to keep your blades, just to know to keep your blades nice and clean, they do recommend using rim oil. Apply a little on the trigger and a couple drops right in here, just right on the little stock right there, the back of the blade, and just retract a few times. Keep it nice and clean, nice and lubed. You don't have to do it every day, just whenever needed. Some of you guys that do have OTF knives may wonder a little bit about the blade play. As far as blade play on this knife goes, there is just a tiny bit, and I'm talking like maybe just a hair length, just a super small amount. Same, just side to side, and even less up and down for my particular model. Really, you're not going to be able to engineer out that blade play. Mainly because if this were really tight, your blade wouldn't deploy. This is a double action, so it would derail if there were too much friction, and it just wouldn't fire. So that being said, there is just a teeny bit of space, just a little bit of freedom, just so that blade can move in and out as quick as it needs to be. That being said, if it does hit something immovable like you just saw me do earlier, it will derail, and I just did it earlier. I'll do that again just so you guys can see. See? There it is, derailed. And I think that's a little bit of a safety option right there, just in case if you somehow manage to deploy this in your pocket, which I really doubt because the spring tension is so stiff. But it is there, just so you guys know. But the lockup is very tight. It will not move forward and back at all. It's tight. That being said, if you want to hear more about the blade play issue, you can check out once again Nut and Fancy, who did a booth review with the Microtech Air, and he talks a little bit more about blade play. So if you would like to hear from another source as well, you can check that out there. Other than that, it does come with a sheath. Running out of time here, so I need to make this kind of quick. I do like the sheath, so if you guys want to carry it that way, you can, or if you want to conceal carry, there you go, even better. Other than that, outstanding knife. I really like it. And there are other models out there too, so if you want to check them out, just go check them out. Thanks for watching.